What's up YouTube, Carboss here, back in the video with our Cars Money Investing. Today's video I'm going to touch briefly on this latest news that landed on my inbox today, and it's about Probstein auctions, or Probstein 123, which some of us are more familiar with the headline here: we're lowering our consignment rates, right? So obviously that drew my attention because I'm a big user of Probstein auctions, and for those who are not familiar with Probstein, they are, I would say, the largest consignment house that's operating on eBay at the moment. Of course, there are many others as well, like DC Sports, Hoodies, just to name a few. But you know, they operate thousands of transactions, completed transactions in every single week, lots and lots of listings. People list with them, and the ease of service and quickness of payments has been a preferred consignment house of choice. Of course, they've been riddled with a couple of controversies in the past, in terms of shield bidding, but that hasn't deterred people from sending stuff to them on consignment. And originally, the rates has already been quite competitive compared to the rest of the market, or in fact compared to if you were to list on your own on eBay. Right, so let's before we look at the new price structure, let's have a look at what pre-existingly price structure that it have at the moment. So as you can see, it goes down from 2,500 above 90% of sales price, which means equivalent to 10% commission, 1,000 to 2,499, that's about 11% commission. It goes down to the structure to below $10 to be 85% payout, which is equivalent to 15% commission. So these are all decent, because if you guys were to list a car on eBay on your own, right? So it doesn't matter on the final value on any trading card, roughly, you probably end up paying between maybe 13 to 15% commission, depending on where you are, right? So obviously, the consignment house definitely offers a better solution in terms of getting a better payout for your card. But one thing, of course, the con on sending cars to consignment is you have no control on when these cars go out for listing, as normally they will just list based on the batch that they actually receive. But Probstein being one of the bigger ones, they do have a lot of visibility. They do have things like newsletter, so it's actually a good thing to, I would say, financially, to actually get the better return from listing. And now with the announcement of this new price structure, we want to see whether or not are we way better off. So without further ado, let's have a look at these new rates here. So as you can tell here, the first one that's really glaring here is over $1,000. It's now 95% payout versus, and that means a 5% commission rate. And when we look at previously, looking at above $1,000 at 89% payout, which is 11% commission. So that's a huge difference, right? From between 11% to 5%. Already in August special, they were running at above $1,000 on a 5% flat commission. I guess as a trial run. So in this case, they are definitely implementing this permanently, right? 5%. It's amazing, right? Considering that PayPal alone charges you 3%, or in some cases, from my case, it's like 4.5%. And if you sell a card on MySlabs, right, they still charge you a 1% seller's fee. So 1% plus PayPal, you still get around 5%. And this is definitely the best deal here. And it goes down here to $750 to $999 at 90% payout, which is the 10% return with a 10% commission, right? Whereas over here, the next tier that's below the $1,000 is $100 to $999, which is like 12% commission. So one thing that you have to pay attention here, the band here is pretty big, right? It's almost $900 band here, whereas here it's actually $750. So which means that the next tier between $500 to $750 is 80%, which is similar to what we had in the previous rates. But below 500, that's when things start to fall off, right? So you only get 87% payout, 86, and so on and so forth. Whereas previously, anything above $100, you would get at least 88%. So I think what the strategy for Probstein is trying to do is to try to get people to put more high value stuff with them. So they're focusing on the upper band here that's above $1,000 and above $750. And obviously, it's better for them in a sense, right? So they are willing to take, in terms of percentage points, but they do get back the dollar value. It works out in the end for them, as well as, it incentivizes people to send more expensive cards, which means that the number of volume of cards may actually reduce, because people may not, who are actually in the price range of between 100 to, let's say, 500, with a new structure now, it's actually more expensive for them, given that the rates are previously from 12% has gone up to 13 and 14%, and therefore would maybe find a different solution to sell the cards, maybe through a different consignment house, or maybe through PWCC or whatever, right? But definitely the change in their consignment rates, I would say lower rates as a whole, it's a bit deceiving. It's definitely lower when you look at the top tier, right? So above $1,000 is go down to 5% rate, which is good for a lot of medium to higher end investor who list their stuff on Probstein. I'm definitely excited to look at these particular rate change here, because I'm also considering to put more high end stuff on Probstein. Whereas in the past, I've been listing the smaller stuff just to clear. I think if you guys check out one of my previous videos, whereby I actually generally use auctions, or in this case Probstein, to clear off some of the lower end stuff, all the loose pieces here and there. But now with my direction of going to bigger pieces, this definitely has more benefits for me, right? So on top of that, Probstein reinforces that they pay fast, so you get your payouts quickly. I can actually attest for that. Typically you get your payments between 2 to 3 days after the auction has ended, so that's great. And listing is fast as well. So typically for me, whenever the card has confirmed arrived, it's actually listed most of the time the following day, occasionally 2 days, depending, I guess, on the volume that they have in the pipeline, and depends on how many cards you send them. If you send them 3 cards, chances are you get it listed almost immediately the next day. But if you send like 100 cards, it takes time for them to do the photography, the curation, and stuff like that, right? And now, of course, you can see here eBay's lowest consignment rates. These rates are definitely better than if you were to list on your own on eBay, whereby you don't have to manage the shipping, you don't have to manage the customer service, and all you need to do is just to package one big shipment and to consign directly to Probstein, and they take care of the rest, and you enjoy better than eBay rates. So that's a lot of love about this arrangement. The only thing is you don't have that much of control over your listings. Some of us like to just list whenever we want, on a Sunday, on a Monday, or a Tuesday, rather than let somebody else decide for you. But in this case, for me, I think the pros outweigh the negatives. Definitely I do like the change in rates here. So that's basically a quick one on the new updates here. I'm not sure whether or not does this actually make a lot of difference to a lot of people out there, but definitely makes a difference to me, and I think that makes a lot of difference to a lot of international sellers who have been listing cards mainly on Probstein, because it's quite hard to sell individual cards overseas from where we are, because shipping logistics is just too expensive. Alright, that's all I have for today. Do like and subscribe and follow my channel for more kind of content. Thanks for watching, guys. Cowboys out.